here at home.
Well, Casey, unfortunately, we are still in the path potentially for some significant catastrophic winds that could occur over parts of Toledo Bend. That would include places like Center, San Augustine, Hemphill. Those areas may be as far west as Nacogdoches County and Angelina County. Those counties that I mentioned, those 5 counties, are the ones that are under a hurricane warning at this time. If there's any sort of good news for today, is that the track is shifting just a tad a bit more to the east. Not a confirmed that that's where it's going to go just yet, but a slight east does make a big difference for the majority of our area. Let me give you the picture of what we have seen with Laura today. This is the visible satellite imagery, and you'll notice that it will fade away, but you can see here the well-defined area of circulation that is shown here with Laura as this storm continues to track off to the northwest. A very intense storm, and this storm is going to be very dangerous when it comes on shore. There is significant storm surge. Some of the storm surge has already begun across southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana, and then once this pushes on shore, unfortunately, the worst looks to come in the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. Top sustained winds now 145 miles an hour. That makes it a Category 4, but the wind gust that you see here, that's Category 5 strength gust at 175 miles an hour. It has slowed down, motion now to the northwest at 15 miles an hour. Now, we've seen some rain bands begin to pick up from Laura here this afternoon. There's the forecast track. Category 4 at landfall first thing in the morning, and then the storm looks to move up through parts of Toledo Bend and racing off to the northeast, becoming a tropical storm, a higher end tropical storm, as we get toward 1 o'clock on Thursday before it continues to weaken and moves off to the north and to the northeast. Here's what we're dealing with locally right now. A tornado watch in effect until 9 o'clock this evening. That includes Cherokee to Panola County and all the way down into deep East Texas and Toledo Bend. Let me give you a closer look here on what we're seeing on live Doppler radar. We have some scattered showers and a couple of storms that are moving through. I want to highlight one area that we're keeping a close monitor on, and that's within the tornado watch, and that's down over San Augustine and Sabine County. Notice here this batch of very heavy rain coming through the Hemphill area, working its way into Shelby County, moving toward the city of San Augustine. There are some wind gusts here, maybe up to 50 or near 60 miles an hour. It's even going to move northwest and head toward parts of Nacogdoches County as well. We'll have to monitor these because they do have the potential to briefly spin up a tornado. That's not the only concern, though. Tomorrow, though, the big day with Laura moving in. We have futurecast on the rain timing, the strong winds that we anticipate as well here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Marcus, thank you. With the threat of Laura imminent for our state, Governor Greg Abbott laid out his plan for Texas. He also emphasized time is running out to get out of the hurricane's way. For people who live along the Texas-Louisiana state line, Governor Abbott said there are only a few hours left to leave. He added destructive winds will have the biggest impact for our state, but along the coast, Laura will bring an extremely dangerous storm surge as well, predicted to be 15 to 20 feet high.
The hurricane is going to be quite severe, very powerful winds with a strong impact. We urge everybody who may be in harm's way to take these few last hours to get out of harm's way.
Shelters in Austin, San Antonio, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area are ready to accept evacuees, and gasoline is being surged to communities most likely to take the brunt of this storm. Now, as the Gulf Coast begins to see the initial effects of the storm this evening, we head now to Fox 51's Trent Bennett. He joins us live from Texas City. And Trent, you spoke to people who live in the area, and they say they feel safe there.
Casey, that's right, and the reason why is because about a couple of 100 yards from where I'm standing, to give you folks at home a geographical sense of what part of the coast we're on, we're at the Texas City levee. You see the water behind me, and you see it picking up. It's starting to crash into the coast here, and the wind speeds are starting to pick up. Now, because of these water pumps that are just across the road on the other side of where I'm standing, that water, when we do see a lot of rainfall that comes with a hurricane, when Hurricane Harvey happened, that water pumped all of that rainfall from this area and and it dumped it right back into the coast. So the folks that we spoke to today, you wouldn't be surprised when you went out and before the wind started to pick up, they were out here fishing. It is not out of the ordinary for the folks to do that here, and that's because they say they feel safe. Today, just moments ago, about an hour ago before this broadcast began, I spoke with a father who was out here fishing with his son, and I asked him, "Sir, do you feel safe?" This is what he had to say.
Well, it's good weather just before the storms come in, and like I tell all my buddies, I don't get out of bed for less than a Cat 3. I don't even think about evacuating unless it's a 5. But I think it's just hype. There's nothing really to worry about.
Now, he and his son left just moments ago, and we're just a couple of hours away from the expected Laura to make landfall. Now, where we're standing here in Texas City, we're told we're safe. The folks feel safe here. We're not directly in the path of the latest models that we've seen. Of course, that could all change in just a matter of moments. So we are on standby here in Texas City. I'm reporting live. Casey, let's go back to you.
Yes, and we are praying for your safety, Trent, and everyone else's out there right now. Thank you. The brunt of Laura is expected just east of where Trent is located currently in southeast Texas. Now, more than 500,000 people there now ordered to evacuate their homes along the Texas-Louisiana state line, many scrambling to board up windows and doors before leaving. Others, though, are staying put, like the people Trent just spoke to, ignoring the orders to get out. And even as forecasters predict a possible 20-foot storm surge, calling it unsurvivable.
The only thing I'm kind of worried about is flooding, because it is coming in and it might, it could be a storm surge, but I don't think it's going to be that bad.
We might get some surge and everything, but as long as it ain't like Ike, we're good.
Well, hopefully it isn't. For residents ignoring those evacuation orders, officials say at a certain point it will be too dangerous for first responders to respond to your call for help, emphasizing the gravity of this situation. Our team coverage brings us now home to deep East Texas, where parts of the area are bracing for extremely destructive winds, and a hurricane watch is now in effect for Nacogdoches and Angelina County. Fox 51's Katie Carver joins us live from Lufkin, where she's learning more about how East Texans are bracing for Laura's impact. Katie.
Casey, here in the Piney Woods, officials are most concerned about tree damage. As Hurricane Laura continues to move closer to the coast, we are starting to see some heavy rain here. Winds are predicted to be up to 30 to 40 miles per hour. Tree removal companies like Drury Brothers Tree Services are preparing for the worst, ready to respond if homes, businesses, or farms suffer damage.
Since we're in the business, we've taken care of our saws and all of our equipment, got everything ready. We bought tarps and chains and fuel and everything. All the guys are ready to go to work. Everybody's on standby, and we're simply waiting.
Drury covers a 60-mile radius around their business in Nacogdoches. When severe storms strike, they often don't have to go far for work, simply going door to door in neighborhoods, making sure everyone is taken care of. Now, we will feel the effects of Hurricane Laura here late this afternoon and into tomorrow. Reporting live in Lufkin, Katie Carver, Fox 51 News.
Katie, thank you. With those expected power outages, schools along the storm's path are already canceling classes ahead of that damage. Districts like Alto, Carthage, and Lufkin are all among the growing list choosing to close on Thursday. SFA State University and Panola College are also telling students to stay home. As of news time, we have more than 30 closings and delays. The latest list is over on our website, fox51.com. Coming up on Fox 51 News at 5:30, as Hurricane Laura moves closer to Texas, some Texans are purposely staying in the path of the storm.
We've been looking at our resources. We do have some boats available. We've got our water rescue team.
How local first responders are gearing up to answer the call for help at a moment's notice. Plus, the Salvation Army is ready to respond, how they're preparing to help Texans after Laura makes landfall. And another evening for the Republican National Convention to capture the attention of undecided voters. See who takes the stage tonight. Stay with us.
You're watching Fox 51 News at 5:30.
Shoot it, send it, report it. The newest feature in the KETK mobile app.
Nothing like this is going on in television right now.
To have an opportunity to be part of the making of a news program, sign me up.
When I saw who was behind it, when I saw who was in on it, I immediately said, let's go.
Buy a select 2020 Volkswagen today, and you won't pay any interest for the next 6 years. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 72 months on select 2019 and 2020 models.
Because critical evidence often fades away, the success of a case may be determined by how soon the accident is investigated by a law firm. Call Roberts & Roberts within 24 hours. The call costs you nothing. It could mean everything.
Your local DQ is serving up the treats and eats every Texan deserves. Drive through at any DQ with delivery and online ordering where available. Treat yourself today.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
You have reached your destination.
The all-new Subaru Outback. Dog tested, dog approved.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2020 Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Buy a select 2020 Volkswagen today, and you won't pay any interest for the next 6 years. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 72 months on select 2019 and 2020 models.
Test your baseball knowledge and watch our MLB trivia question every Wednesday on Fox 51 Good Day, news at 5:30 and news at 9. And remember to grab a delicious Whataburger before you catch the game.
People evacuate to escape Hurricane Laura. Others are heading toward it. Fox 51's Frank Jefferson is live in front of the Longview Fire Department Training Center to tell us how they're planning to help. Frank.
Casey, the Longview Fire Department Swiftwater Rescue Team is ready at a moment's notice. And right now they're awaiting a call from state officials to let them know where they might go. One member of this special team has already been deployed to help in the evacuation effort. They have boats here at the facility filled with life jackets, ropes, and other tools to aid people during a flood. The Texas Department of Emergency Management decides when to use the rescue team. Usually, they're needed to pull people from flooded homes, vehicles, or struggling to stay afloat in risky, raging waters. The department says they're prepared to protect anyone in danger.
We've been looking at our resources. We do have some boats available. We've got our water rescue team. So if we do get a lot of rain, then we'll be prepared to do water rescues if needed here in the city.
May says the most important thing for the entire fire department is making sure everyone is safe in Longview. And once they get the call, they'll be ready, whether it's a flood, fire, or any other kind of emergency. Mays says he expects to get that call in the upcoming days when the effects of Laura get worse. Reporting live in Longview, Frank Jefferson, Fox 51 News.
All right, Frank, thank you. The Salvation Army in Tyler says they're also ready to help here at home and along the Texas coast. Feeding operations have already started in southeast Texas, but soon they'll need some extra help. The mobile kitchen team in Tyler is set to be one of the first to head out. 10 teams are on standby with an additional 5 in the wings. The Salvation Army says as Laura makes landfall, they'll be in place to react and deploy, providing the help Texans need.
We're here to help. Anytime they see the Salvation Army, if they need a bottle of water, we're here to give them that. If they need food, we're here to give them that. If they need a place to stay, we're able to give them that too. And so we're also able to pray with them. We're also able just to sit there and listen to them and let them talk, so that if they need that, we're there for them to do that also.
Prayer goes a long way. All staff and volunteers heading out with the Salvation Army are being pre-screened for COVID-19 before they make their way into the hardest hit areas. All right, coming up next on Fox 51 News at 5:30, switching gears, it's night 3 of the 2020 RNC, a preview of what to expect, including a speech from Vice President Mike Pence.
Laura is on the way, and parts of our area need to be ready for strong winds, heavy rainfall, and the threat for some tornadoes. We'll take a look at it coming up next.
Keep up with the latest by liking Fox 51 on Facebook. East Texans are known for our willingness to extend a hand and heart to those in need. And within our community, more people need help than we realize. Each month, Value Life on Fox 51 News brings awareness to important issues that could be affecting someone in your community and provides resources for those who may need support. Learn how we can help each other to live the best life possible with Value Life on Fox 51 News. Presented by the Mansour Law Firm.
Introducing the 2020 Ram 1500, the official luxury truck of Texas. And your largest selection in East Texas is at Peters Ram in Longview. Engineered to perform through advanced technology with fully customizable 12-inch touchscreen. A new level of luxury, overflowing with innovative features inside and out. We have the largest inventory in East Texas of the new 2020 Ram trucks with nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peters Ram in Longview.
I found hope here, and I knew I was going to be okay.
I came in here one man, I left a better man. That's all due to Everest.
I had a bilateral knee replacement surgery. That means both knees. When I left, I had no walker, no cane, no nothing. I can't say enough about the therapists here. They are absolutely professionals.
And I had top-notch physical therapists, occupational therapists, and nurses, RNs, CNAs, doctors. They want to move you on to the next step in your life.
Check out the Chevy Silverado. It's got more standard cargo volume than any competitor.
Really?
Look to your left. Come, check it out.
That's a good-looking truck.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
That's a big bet.
Get $6,500 total value on this Silverado Texas edition. Plus, current eligible FCA owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Truckloads of brand new 2021s are rolling in at Classic Toyota in Tyler. So it's a great time to save on a great selection of new 2020s with huge Classic Toyota discounts on Camrys, Corollas, and Avalons with $3,000 rebates. $3,000 rebates on remaining 2020s. Plus 0 for 60s available. So log on at ClassicToyotaTyler.com. Then hurry to Classic Toyota on the South Loop in Tyler.
Well, the effects of Laura have started to be felt here in the East Texas area, so much so that we do have the risk for an isolated tornado or two for this evening. A tornado watch in effect for parts of our deep East Texas counties, including Cherokee, Rusk, and Panola, Nacogdoches, Angelina, Shelby, San Augustine, and Sabine. That goes for about another 3 hours until 9 o'clock tonight. It would not surprise me, though, if we see another tornado watch issued in advance of Laura and the center of circulation itself moving up in our direction as we head overnight and going into tomorrow morning. Let me take you to live Doppler radar now and focus on where our more intense area of showers and thunderstorms are. They're moving through Sabine County, through San Augustine, and Shelby County as well. There's a lot of rainfall, even a little bit of lightning being detected at times. This is mostly tropical-like precipitation, so it's going to drop a lot of rain in a short period of time. Not much in the way of lightning being detected. Notice the winds here that are just behind the initial burst, 30 to 35, but you get into some of the darker reds here. Let's zoom in a bit closer near the darker reds near San Augustine, or brighter reds I should say, near Hawthorne along the Shelby, San Augustine, and Sabine County line. That's probably winds 40 to near 50 miles an hour. So at the very least, some stronger winds are going to continue to move through. We'll monitor this for the risk that a brief tornado could spin up. Over in Trinity County, you've had some rain a bit earlier. Now things have quieted down. A couple of light showers near Palestine. Our weather watcher Ross Hayes had a nice shower, about 2/10 of an inch of rainfall, and that's what we can expect in some of the tropical downpours that we will see. Had a pretty intense storm over parts of Smith County. Watch the loop here. You'll notice here some lightning increasing there over that storm in between Flint and Noonday. It's fallen apart. A newer one is formed near Highway 271 and I-20. That's moving up toward the Winona vicinity. More scattered showers even north of Highway 80. Places like Wood County picking up on some rain, including places like Sulphur Springs over in Hopkins County. Not a lot of lightning. The lightning count continuing to stay low. This is mostly tropical-like rain, and it's going to drop a pretty good amount of rain in a short period of time. Here's the bigger picture, though, and we'll also overlay the circulation with Laura. You can see the well-defined eye wall here with this storm in the Gulf of Mexico. There are the outer bands that are streaming in ahead of the storm itself, and that's what's prompted this tornado watch from East Texas going all the way through a good part of Louisiana. These rain bands will wrap around, but of course the main focus is going to be the center of circulation with Laura as it moves on land later on tonight. It is anticipated to come on shore as a major, strong Category 4 hurricane, one that we have not seen in a little while for us. Very intense storm as it continues to strengthen just before landfall. Here's what we can expect for us this evening. These spotty showers, couple of thunderstorms around. Not expecting anything overly widespread, but a couple of them might produce some brief rotation and maybe an isolated stronger storm. Here we go with Laura tomorrow morning. This is at about 5 a.m. You'll notice the center of circulation has shifted a little bit more to the east. So that means the heaviest of the rainfall also moves to the east, but Toledo Bend, the center, very close to you. And just outside of that center, that's where the strongest winds are expected to occur. So we're going to be looking at some very catastrophic winds over in Toledo Bend. There's the curve then off to the northeast. Rain bands on the backside come as far west as Highway 259 near Highway 31 as well, near 135. But mainly over to the east right now is that focus where most of the precipitation will be. Now, even though the precipitation is letting up just a bit, we still have a concern though for some very strong winds. Watch what happens with the wind gusts down in Toledo Bend as we get toward morning. Tropical storm force winds. We're looking at Category 1 force winds. This is at 6 a.m. 7 a.m. about 83 mile-an-hour wind gusts will be possible in Toledo Bend. So everybody has a good chance of at least seeing some strong winds, but the heaviest of the rainfall now focused a bit more to the east, which really drops down those rain chances. So we'll keep that mostly to the east for Thursday. Friday, just a couple of showers. The heat takes over for the weekend. Deep East Texas, not a good situation for you, especially in Toledo Bend. Severe wind and heavy rain. That's what we'll monitor for you going into tomorrow morning. Casey, back over to you.
Fox 51 News is your local election headquarters. Preparations are underway for another night of the Republican National Convention, including an appearance by President Donald Trump. But the main speaker tonight is Vice President Mike Pence, who will formally accept his nomination for re-election at Fort McHenry in Maryland. That's where he'll be. The theme for tonight is Land of Heroes. Other speakers tonight include Second Lady Karen Pence, her focus, military families, and South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Now, she says she hopes her speech will reach undecided women voters.
We need leadership that will uphold the rule of law, that will make sure they're delivering opportunities for their kids, and that is a very clear choice in this election that we'll continue to talk about.
We're also learning Democratic vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris has decided to deliver a message just 3 hours before President Trump's nomination speech on Thursday. Follow night 3 of the RNC on air and online. Fox News coverage begins at 9 tonight right here on Fox 51 and over on our website, fox51.com, your local election headquarters. Thank you very much for watching Fox 51 News at 5:30. We'll see you tonight after the Republican National Convention. Have a good night, everyone.
Shoot it, send it, report it. The newest feature in the KETK mobile app.
Oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick.
Parallel parking.
That hot yoga was so hot. Check this out. Cooling seats?
Alexa, ask Buick to start my SUV.
You can do that?
You can do that?
You can't do that.
You can with the Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Use your GM employee pricing to get over $7,000 total value on this Envision. Plus, get $2,000 regional purchase allowance. See your East Texas Buick dealers.
Looking for energy-efficient insulation? Biomax spray foam insulation can cut your energy cost in half in your new home or commercial building. Biomax spray foam can even dramatically improve efficiency in any existing building. For more information, visit biomaxsprayfoam.com.
Union Home Mortgage local experts Tina Chumley and Robin Haba will guide you through the home buying process, matching your needs with the right type of loan, making it easy and stress-free. Union Home Mortgage, finding home financing options you need with the customer service you want.
Check out the Chevy Silverado. It's got more standard cargo volume than any competitor.
Really?
Look to your left. Come, check it out.
That's a good-looking truck.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
That's a big bet.
Get $6,500 total value on this Silverado Texas edition. Plus, current eligible FCA owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
A lot of lawyers represent injured people. Some lawyers represent these people in court. 3% of those lawyers are board certified in personal injury trial law. And 3 of those lawyers are right here in East Texas. The lawyer you call can make a difference. Call Roberts & Roberts. The call costs you nothing. It could mean everything.
Does your pet speak? Well, high five. Spin over to EastTexasMatters.com and lay down your pet's top tricks. Stand up and let's clear the shelters. Brought to you by Hutto Freddy Orthodontics.
The weekend starts now.
Go, boy, go! Go, boy, go! Go, boy, go! Now, hurry, get the car! Go some more!
The redesigned 3-row GMC Acadia. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most 2020 GMC SUV models. Use it to get nearly $7,300 total value on this Acadia Denali.
See your East Texas GMC dealer.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
The Labor Day Big Red Tag event happens once a year at Conzone Plus. Stack up furniture freebies like free delivery and a free 55-inch 4K TV. And save up to 35% on Red Tag appliances. Plus, get an extra 10% off packages, all with low payments over time.
Do you have knee, hip, back, or shoulder pain? What if I told you there was a solution? One that requires no surgery and no downtime. With this type of cutting-edge regenerative medicine, imagine that you can once again live life to the fullest and enjoy all those things you thought were not possible.
I see a lot of people with canes. I really don't want that in my life.
So easy. 10 seconds, it's done, and you're on your way home.
Contact us today and find out if regenerative medicine is right for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call. Summer may be coming to a close, but there's still time to make memories in a cabin loaded with connected tech and in-drive entertainment. Enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the last of the 2020 models at the Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Save $2,250 on Nissan Altima or save $2,500 on the 2020 Nissan Rogue.
Fox 51 News is brought to you by Everest Rehab Longview.